So I'm going to start by explaining the history of water ceremonies here and what has happened as a result of them. I've done many, but the three major ones I want to talk about had very, very tangible results 3 days after. So many years back, it seemed like somebody in spirit was tapping me on the shoulder all the time to do water blessing, and I kept saying, I'm not an earth guru, go away. I don't do those things. And it wouldn't go away. So finally I said, if I do it, will you shut up? Will you leave me alone? So I did it, and we had speakers at Shumei, all about different traditions with water, Native American, metaphysical, astrological, all kinds of pieces. And then it completed with the taiko drummers doing a drumming session to notify the aquifer that the prayers were coming. And I think at that time there were probably 50 to 75 people there that came here to the creek. And I have it on film also. People were praying into the water, singing into the water, dancing for the water, crying over the water. It was so beautiful to see. It was unreal, and you could feel the energy going up and up and up and up and up and up. It was really tangible. 3 days later, after that was over, a judge ruled Lexam couldn't drill in the aquifer. And I had done this on the seat of my pants because of what Dr. Emoto said in his book Messages in Water, where he proved, he's Japanese, water has memory and it responds to the elements around it being love, pollution, hate, whatever it is. And he proved it by photographing the water molecules when they were exposed to those things. So from there, the next year I did another one, and that time only 9 women went to the creek to pray. But the number 9 and the fact that it was women is significant, and simultaneously the game and fish the day before had put this apparatus out there to haul down to the creek to divert the waters. And the apparatus was about the size of my house. It was so big. It would have taken a massive amount of work to get that done in the creek, because there's a fork in the creek down here. 3 days after the water blessing, there it goes on a truck, never to be seen again, never got installed. Then the next time I did a significant one out here, 3 days later, after the water blessing, this lot here that we're sitting on, that goes over into the trees, was offered to me by an organization called Nature Conservancy for $1,000 because they wanted to keep the road active so they could divert the creek when they wanted to, because they own all the land down in the valley that's above the aquifer. So I said, fine, good. I raised the money. Oddly, a tree, an enormously huge tree, fell across that road, and I just thought, this place out here is its own being. I serve it. And so the goal now, because Denver is going to be after the aquifer again for all the growth there, we know this, and it's not like that's new. There have been legal battles since I moved here in '90 going on about the water in the aquifer. But now, because the population is getting so huge over there, it's going to be worse, and I'm going to do one of these, one a month, to bless the waters with human love that's an antidote to the human abuse of water, the way we pollute it, etc. And I mean, it's polluted so badly in the ocean. There's a bog of plastic 12 miles long. that just continuously grows bigger, and see life gets caught in it and dies in it. It's just awful. So we have some work to do, we humans, to antidote the negative impact on the water. So that's why once a month now. Anybody else want to share something?
I'm prompted to ask if we all want to collectively state an intention that's grounded and do that, with full community participation. I think that will enhance anything else that we do on a ceremonial level.
Yeah, that's fine. The way the format's going to be, everybody's going to either do their prayers into a little crystal to then go in the creek, or some of us work with Pleiadian vibrational syllables that we will use today for establishing unconditional love in the crystal. And those who do that can do that into their crystal. Those who want to do their own prayers, that's totally fine. And maybe after, or no, maybe before we do our prayers and our syllables, we can go around and state our intention.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
So I kind of feel like I've stated mine.
Yeah, my intention, just like to second everything Deanna said and about protecting this water, the aquifer, and the sacredness of this place, and the waters that come down these creek valleys. I just intend that all of nature and all of her glory and beauty is cherished and respected for the abundant, loving mother that she is.
My intention is to add to the mix here that along with preserving the sanctity of the water here in this sanctuary we call the Sacred Valley, that the blessing of the water also conveys to the people at large that water truly is life, and you can't just take water from one place to fix a problem, that there are many, many other solutions available on the planet, including billboards, for example, in South America that create water pull water out of the air. There are much wiser uses of water than watering 1 million or more beautiful grassy lawns in a big city. We have to have it for life.
My intention is also to add to everyone else's intentions and just to bring my energy or my faith or my heart into the situation as well. And also maybe to help us raise awareness with the other beings present in the water beings, and maybe bring that back, that magic back to us again as humans. And maybe that will also help with a little bit more of the respect for the water, which again is life. Thank you. I always try to imagine what causes these humongous problems that we're currently being bombarded with, and realizing that it all comes from that initial separation that was experienced, who knows when, if there is a when, and that is really the ultimate healing that I call forward, is for us, as many have said in different ways, to come back to the recognition of nature, of the organic life that is so precious, that is divinely created and manifest through that divinity. And for me, I pray that we all carry that within us and extend it out, radiate it out to all the beings, including the ones that will ultimately be the bureaucrats that will decide what happens to this precious water and all our precious resources, and bring it back into the hearts of all of us who, faced with the decision of whether to exploit or to cooperate with nature, we choose cooperation and collaboration, and we choose it on behalf of the entire community of life. I hope.
My intention is to carry all of this back with me to the eastern slope and in some way share it. I'm not sure how yet, whether it's just emulating what I learned today and what everybody is trying to harness all this energy and share it over there. That's my intention.
Well, like everyone else, I honor all these beautiful intentions I've heard. I don't feel I can add a whole lot to it without just being redundant. So my intention would be to honor the water all day long. When I'm washing dishes, when I'm taking a shower, when I'm watching the water go down, when I'm drinking water, to just honor Gaia, and like was mentioned, to also honor the beings that live in the water, not just the water, but the beings, because that's really important and not mentioned very much. Thank you.
My intention is to honor all life, do what I can to preserve and to hold sacred the waters, and just to hold the space and to do as I'm supposed to do, as God calls me to do when I'm called to do it. Is it?
Amen.
These things.
My intention today is to just be here, be present, and learn from each person and their intentions, and to honor the water movements going on all over the place. There's ceremonies going on all over. There's a group out of Taos Mesa that are doing a water walk for the Rio Grande, 300-mile walk. There's a project going on up around the Grand Canyon at the Colorado and Little Colorado confluence where the Hopi Sipapu is. And so the Hopi are working with the group to give awareness to that if they flood that area, they're flooding their most sacred site. And like everyone has stated here, just to recognize the Undines or the Nagas, Naginis, there's many names for the water spirits. And the air spirits are water spirits too, the sylphs. They need the water to do their mission as well. And all the elementals. And may Great Spirit bless us as we do these ceremonies and just place our intent, and Great Creator's will be done.
Yeah, we're here honoring the spirit of water, and I, being a water sign, really have a great love for the force of water, the force of life. And so here we are praying, calling on the good forces of the water, but also for the protection, the purification, because this also means the protection, purification of life itself. And where would we be without water?
Dead.
I don't know. It's really depressing as soon as you start to get dehydrated. Your cells get all like, So let's may everyone stay hydrated so their brain can think correctly, and have love for the water and care for the water. Thank you.
Okay, people who are using the Pleiadian vibrational sound syllables, it's Kriyama. It stands for downloading unconditional love into the water. And other people who are just doing prayers, please do your prayers into your crystal, and they will be put in the water to give that message to the waters which go to the aquifer and then to the Gulf. So the intention is to send love into the waters of our planet everywhere.